Time for German activation. We could activate Lear, 2nd Panzer, 2nd SS, or 560th Volkssturm, or F-Bag. F-Bag are going to come in here. Panzer Lear are going to drive up here, but I think what would be most interesting to activate right now is 2nd SS Panzer. Now, I think I originally planned to actually push this way. Now though, it looked pretty tough to get through here. So if we look at the orders card, we see that 2nd SS Panzer, they have to go to 5623, which is this hex here. So the headquarters could go up here, but couldn't really push up here. And now I think Aywaille looks like the most juicy victory point hex to try to take here. So I think I will try to go north with the 2nd SS Panzer instead of going this way. So I could bring the headquarters maybe up here, but I can't really go up here because of the orders. Okay, so in order to get to Aywaille up here, I need to either push these guys out of the way or these guys out of the way. I think I will try to push along this road here, just because if I go sort of this way, I think the supply line would be even harder to maintain. I have 3 armor units that I can use. Now the problem is, like, it's going to be pretty critical to not get a traffic result in one of these hexes, but we'll see what happens. So let's start with the snafu roll, and here I have -2 for the fatigue. We have +1 for the optimal distance to the combat trains, so it's -1. Roll 11, so we're good. That's a full activation. Now the question is, do I put an objective marker in Aywaille, or do I try to put a double objective marker here to get... Now, if I don't put an objective marker in Aywaille, we won't be able to take Aywaille this turn, this activation, but maybe that's pushing it a little bit too much. I think I will put the objective markers down here to get the +1 on the engagement table. Okay, so I'll start with this unit here, flip it to its full potential side, or whatever it's called, and now I could actually go up here into the woods to avoid... I mean, the thing is that if I go along the road, of course I could get a traffic marker in my hex. If I roll 5 or less on the engagement table, I'll get a traffic result, and then basically that hex is no good anymore. So maybe I should go here, well then he will be stopped and will not be able to do anything more. No, I think I am gonna need all the luck here, so I will just go 1/2. So I'm at 1, and oh, how much artillery do we have for this activation? So we have 4 here and nothing, so we have 4 artillery points actually, and that's 1 movement point used. So, and now we have to use the engagement table. I have 9, and the Americans have 7, and we have a double objective zone, so that's +1, so it's +3. I need to roll high. 6 +3, that's a 9, so it's a target loss and retreat. So that extra +1 did really help. It's barely target loss and retreat. So this guy moves 1, 2, 3 hexes away, flip to its move side, and takes a loss. Okay, now we use the first. This was the first fire event, so 1.5 movement points to go up there. And we'll do the same thing. They have, Americans have 7 again, and the Germans have 9. +1 for the double objective zone. The zone is 2 hexes away from the objective hex, so we have +3 there too. And we roll 6 again, so that's a 9. 1, 2, 3, flip to its move side. And even though the headquarters of the 7th armor actually it's over here, these retreats along the road are allowed as far as I interpret the rules. So you can see this goes pretty well for this SS Panzer unit. That's 1/2, 2, and I wonder if he actually wants to 2, 2.5. I don't know if he wants to go there. Maybe we need that room in that hex to. Yeah, I'll just stop there. This guy. And now we need to send in another armor unit. Let's go with this one. Crag, it's pretty good. Can we flip it? I think we can, right? So it's 6 movement points. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get up here, 6 to get up here, 5, 5.5, 6 to get up here. It's perfect. Okay, so this guy moves. Oops. So this guy moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5. Now we have the first fire event. And let's see. So now we're out of the double objective zone, but we now have 8 versus 6 because they needed to flip to the move side. So. 5 versus 8, that's +3 again. But now we roll 3, +3, that's both loss. So luckily for the Germans, there's no traffic. So this guy still has 1 fire event. So I think he will just use that to try to push on. And now we roll 8. That's a fire loss and target loss and retreat, and this guy is actually eliminated. It was 5.5. Oh, and he used both of his fire events, so now he's actually stopped. Okay, looking good so far for this. If we can get a second activation with this unit, then I think we could probably take Aywaille. Let's see, we did have one more armor unit. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, of course I should bring that guy up, but the problem is now we have over here, we have this guy projects an AV zone of control into this hex, for example. So if I pass here, I need to stop here, and so maybe I should just try to work my way through these tracks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5. 9.5 on that guy, and then Now we have 7 versus 6, so that's just +1. But this time I rolled 11. So this guy takes a loss and retreat. Now I wonder actually for this retreat. 1, 2, 3. I mean, could he go somewhere like that? I think it's more plausible now that he will actually go this way. And I think that's probably what the Americans would have wanted. Like being behind Aywaille over here, it's probably not ideal. Maybe this could go, maybe he could go here actually on this road. It's sort of, I think he will go there. And okay, this creates of course a situation now where CCB is mixed with 7th armor, but there's no coordination marketplace now as far as I understand. So that was 9.5 for this guy. So he could go 10, 10.5. He could actually do an engagement roll here. That was his first engagement. Yep, that's for sure he will do that. But he cannot actually move, you cannot actually move into a victory hex unless you have an objective marker there. Okay, anyways, this guy has 7 versus 7, so it's ±0. 7, that's both loss. Wait. Okay, so I guess we could try to use an artillery point in Aywaille. I just do that. Get a 5, that's not enough. This is a hard unit. So 3 left. Okay, now, I mean, I could move up. I can't move the SS Panzer headquarters up this road. As I said, I have the objective actually over here, or the orders say to go to this hex, so I can't continue to move up here. But I guess I could move one hex up here, for example. And then the command radius of this is 12. I just have to check down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's fine. I should probably make sure that we cannot get any unwanted visitors in the rear here. Actually, since I have FBEG coming up, I could bring them up here, or even the Volkswagen units. So maybe I should just move all of these guys up. Yeah, I should probably do that. And I could even move I could also move the combat trains actually. 2, 3. I can move them up here. I have to flip them to their ghost side. And yeah, I should probably do that. So to have some space down here for other commands. I'm going to move up this unit, flip it to its move side, and then we're going to walk up this road. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the 6 there. And then get some more infantry up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Just move up here. Maybe I should actually stay down here, and just in case someone comes down this road. And now I think it will bring up these units down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just put them up here. And we have some cover here. We don't have anything on this road though, but third armor has already activated. The 75th infantry though could come up with some funny business. Maybe I should I'll just put him here, I think, or why not? Actually in the same hex as the combat trains. And okay, we could use an artillery point here, I think. Let's do that. That's a loss. That's a 5. This is not a hard unit. We still have 2 more points. I don't think we have any other spotters for targets. So that's the end of the 2nd SS Panzer activation, the first activation at least. Let's roll for fatigue. We get a fatigue increase on a 1 or 2. We didn't use the combat table. No fatigue increase. Okay, great. Now we get a 2nd activation, maybe. So I forgot to flip these guys. On a 4 or more. Come on. No 2nd activation for the SS Panzer. Okay, so that's the end of the SS Panzer, 2nd Panzer activation. But it's looking pretty good, I would say. I mean, of course, the 7th Armor will now be able to reinforce. Aywaille, maybe. Thing is that they are in prepared defenses, so they cannot get more than a partial activation, and trying to get some infantry in there might be tricky because, well, there won't be enough movement points, maybe. Let's see. Well, we'll see.